Everyone. My name's David. I'm an account executive here at Userpilot. Today I will be giving you a short demo of the application, running through the UI, and providing some examples of use cases. I do want to start this off just by highlighting Userpilot specializes in three key areas. The first would be usage and product analytics. The second would be in-app engagement. And the third piece would be our full survey suite. So what you're seeing here is Userpilot's UI, our core feature set, and I think I'm going to start with our engagement layer. So this is an example of an onboarding use case. Let's say I'm a new user to your application and I'm instructed to get to know my dashboard. What I will point out, these UI patterns are fully customizable. You could add pictures, videos, GIFs, embedded links, custom HTML, custom CSS, your hex codes, your font families. We want these to look and feel native to your application. We don't want your users believing that you're leveraging a third party. So here, I'm going to take my user through a little guided tour, focusing on users' attention, highlighting key areas of my application, and then ending it with a call to action. This way your users are getting to those value moments the moment that they get into the app. We also offer checklists. These are fully customizable. They can trigger workflows, trigger page changes. There's multiple call to actions in here. It's fully customizable and it is gamified a little bit so users know exactly where they are in that onboarding journey. It's much more of a self-serve approach, almost choose your own journey. So I'm going to select to create my first invoice. Let's say this is a core feature to my application. A little bit of feature announcement here, and we're really just going to hit home on that product adoption use case. So I'm taking my users through a very hand-holding example of how to leverage this feature. Once they've completed this workflow, do we want to gather feedback? Typically, we're seeing much higher response rates having surveys inside of the application as opposed to something like an email or the time that it takes to jump on calls with your users. The second piece that I would want to cover is product usage. So we do have some out-of-the-box product usage dashboards for you to highlight things like daily, weekly, monthly active users, trend analysis over time of my application, my most popular features and events, my top engaged users, how is this leading to retention. So this is all out-of-the-box pre-populated for you. Once our code is installed and you are starting to identify users and sending over any programmatic events. We do also have high-level usage data, so every touch point, hover point, text input on my application can be tracked. We can track usage and adoption rate right out of the box. Additionally, we do have a product analytics report builder. The core features in here are trend analysis, funnel analysis, paths, and retention analysis. So think of trends as just exploring your own data. Hey, I have a question. I want to understand usage here. You can break it down by things like role type, plan type, literally any attribute that you know about your users or companies. Funnels, more so conversion rate. So I have two like events or two completely separate events, and I want to understand what the conversion rate of a user doing example A and then doing example B. Path analysis. Let's say I want to understand the user journey that my users are taking once they've started onboarding and multiple steps following that onboarding process. Where are they getting out of our ideal activation flow? And then retention, pretty self-explanatory, how users are coming back to a specific feature or the product as a whole. The last piece that I would want to cover is our feedback layer. So we do offer a full dashboard for NPS. Your responses would live here. Pretty industry standard 0 to 10 Likert scale. How likely are you to recommend our product to a friend, colleague, etc.? And then also micro surveys that you can launch at literally any point in the user journey. We have a ton of templates for you to choose from. If you can think of something that we haven't thought of, you can absolutely create from scratch as well. And your surveys responses will live on the individual survey themselves. All surveys and engagement pieces have analytics tied to it, so you'll be able to see who's seen it, who's completed it, who's dismissed it, how long it's taking them to complete. And you'll actually see the individual users with their timestamps of when these events have actually occurred. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for choosing Userpilot.